Hi people, I'm just going to do another quick little video here, and it goes like this, okay? If you've agreed to apply for a birth certificate, you've agreed to state that you are the subject matter of all legislation. So whether you have driver's license or not, river's licenses or not, just take the D out, well then you've agreed. So when a cop asks you for ID, give them your ID, your driver's license, registration, insurance, all that stuff. Otherwise, you're just going to get yourself thrown in the slammer. And basically, why do you think when you apply for a birth certificate and you've stated that you're the subject matter of all legislation, you've thus agreed to be a dead corporation, okay? You're a dead corpse, a dead corporation name with a surname. Take the S out, you are a name. Now, obviously, you're not supposed to be a name. You're supposed to be a man in the flesh, okay? I'm tired of hearing these words. Oh, well, I'm a human. So you're a you, you're a color, and then you're a color of man. You're not even a man. That would probably state that you're a monster, and you're not entitled to inherit anything in life, okay? Which is the grace and the munificence of the Creator, right? So basically, people, when you've agreed to be this person, why do you think the officer comes up and tells you, he goes, freeze? You know why he tells you to freeze? Because you're a corpse. You're dead. And what would they, where do these corpses work? They work in offices, off ice. And then they come up and they tell you to freeze, and they're going to put you on ice, and they will call that just ice. And what would you put on a bed of ice? You would put a dead corpse / corporation. You see where I'm going with this, people? So this is just a general wake-up call. You can have your choice to run around and pay. When you pay for your license, what you're paying for is the use of that surname. Take the S out, you're paying for the use of you are a name. And then you're stating that you're the agent for that. So by all means, people, you have a choice. I mean, if you want to be a Canadian or American or whatever, I can respect that. I understand people have families, and that's not my concern. Do what you got to do so long as you're not harming anybody. But basically it comes down to this. If I gave you $5 and I told you that you're going to go buy bullets with it and shoot your neighbors, would you? And I'm being dead serious here, people. Actually, no, I'm being alive and well, thanks, okay? Would you take that $5 to go buy a bullet and shoot one of your Palestinian neighbors, or maybe some poor brown Iraqi kid? Really? So that's what it means to be a Canadian. It's a stratocracy. It's a warlike environment. And anybody who runs around with a surname, take the S out, you are a name, that means that you have a coat of arms. And when the police comes up, why do you think they have guns? Because you told them that you are at war with Canada and you like to carry arms, which is a coat of arms. So even whether you're carrying guns or not, the police are going to rock up assuming that you have guns. And what do the police wear? They wear a badge. And what is that badge? It's a coat of arms. Then they wear another badge on the sleeve of their shirt. That's a coat of arms. So obviously you can see why the cops are coming up. You've applied to state that you are this person, which is the birth certificate, the subject matter of all legislation, and that's why the officer tells you to freeze. They all work in an office, off ice. You have two words. And what would they put on a corpse on? A bed of ice, and they'll call that just ice. And that's why the cop comes up to you telling you to freeze. So please, people, stop running around with this stuff going, oh, well, I'm not this person, and you can't do anything to me. People, honestly, these people have guns and tanks, okay? So you can fight, which will be everything to weaken yourself, or you can get rid of this person and state that I am not this person, I don't have a surname, I don't need a you are name because I am this, I am that I am, you are you, we are that we are. So stop running around stating that you're a corpse, hence corporation, / soldier, sol, die, R stands for overhead, and they will bill you, bill you for this. So please, people, that's obviously why the officer says freeze. Even the officers probably don't even know why they're telling you to freeze, but that's why. They're telling you to freeze because basically you've agreed to be a dead corpse on a bed of ice, and they will call that justice. Just ice. It's just that simple, okay, people? So these people aren't even players on the ice because they're all officials, hence they work in offices off ice. So I'm going to leave it at that. I hope this video finds you guys well. much peace and love and respect out to all, even the authorities. Stop running around going, oh, it's us against them. You have a choice. You can have a covenant with man, which would mean that you apply for a birth certificate. Rights can be given by men, they can be taken away by men, or you can simply say, I'm not this person, have it notarized and authenticated, this is your proclamation, send it back to the government. G over men, G probably stands for the Masons, okay people. In one of these minutes too, when I get some time, I'm just basically trying to rock and roll and play lots of guitar and sing and stuff, but one of these minutes I'm going to get away from all these bylaws, rules and statutes. That's complicated, and we're going to discuss the laws of divinity, the Creator's laws. I still like to call God, God, right? Even though the Masons, they think they're Elohim, El of Him, electricity, Lady Elect, Electron, Electra, right? That's all bullshit. Get all that shit out of your head. The bottom line is this. I'm talking about the Creator, and we're gonna do laws from the Creator, like the law of attraction or the gift of free will, the law of free will, stuff like that. I'm going to take you people away from all these laws and everything. They're complicated and they're bullshit. God's laws are simple. If you deal with your emotions, hey, you'll be okay. If you don't, like all these people, they're running around going, oh, meditation will change your life. Well, let me tell you something. If you're on the bottle and you're drinking your face off, you can meditate all you want, but do you think if you're still drinking, your wife's going to come back to you after she's left you, and the cat and dog are going to come back to you? No. So all the meditation in the world, meditation's just good for clearing your head for a few seconds, but if you deal with your emotions, which is part of God's laws, the Creator's laws, right? If you deal with these emotions, you ask for the divine help of the Creator, the Father, at her, take the F out, right? Well, then when you deal with these emotions, your wife may come back, you may get your dog, you may get your kids back because you've dealt with those emotions. And people who want to be citizens, right? That's a friend's term on Facebook. But if you want to be this, well, then you can have no covenant with God. But if you proclaim and have it notarized by notary public and authenticated and send that all back, that birth certificate and your passports and everything, then you have the grace of God. And you know what, people? The grace of God is a beautiful, beautiful, powerful thing. I don't like that term power. Take the P and the R out and you have O. So if you want to be powerful, power, an ower of a debt, if you take the P and R out, that's what you will have. But if you want to give up your possessions and stop being possessed by your possessions, then you will have the grace and the munificence of God. And that is such a graceful thing, people, that people will do everything in their life to deal and avoid dealing with their emotions. They'll get hopped up on goofballs, they'll drink their face off. I see it all the time. Get out of man's world and come into the Creator's world and deal with your emotions, okay? So one of these minutes, we'll do a talk show on that, and I'm going to leave it at that. Once again, much peace, love, respect out to all. I don't care who you are. I send love out. That's all I'm about. That's all I want to be. So why would anybody want to be more and get caught up in a man's world, which is the subject matter of all legislation with a birth certificate, when you don't even know what their laws are? You can't even keep up. And then they go, well, I'm claiming God here, and well, you wonder why the officer's tasing you. Well, you've agreed to be this person, and that gives him a license to tase you. I mean, it's just that simple. Now, if you don't agree to be that person and you proclaim that you've given it all back, well, then you have the grace of God. And I'll be honest with you, people, stop living in fear. Even if somebody were to cap me tomorrow or shoot me in the face or whatever, do I care? No, this is just a carnal body, people. So please stop living in fear, okay? I can't emphasize this enough. You have a body, you have a spirit body, and then you have a soul. Do you think they can ever kill your spirit body, people? And even when you're dead, I got news for you. You're not dead. You're not going to die, people. So please, 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 I'm begging you, stop living in fear. Okay? Till then, keep your heads up and your sticks on the ice. Cheers. Bye.